As a young girl, Emily had always been told that her mother, Susan, had died in a car accident when she was just a baby. Growing up, Emily had always felt a void in her life, a missing piece that she could never quite fill. But when Emily turned 18, she received a letter from a lawyer informing her that her mother had left her a house in a small town in the countryside. Emily was shocked but also intrigued. She had always wondered about her mother, and now she had a chance to learn more about her. When Emily arrived at the house, she found that it was in a state of disrepair. It was obvious that nobody had lived there for years. As she started to explore the house, she found a box hidden in the attic. Inside the box, she found a journal that belonged to her mother. Emily spent the next few days reading through her mother's journal, and what she found shocked her. Her mother had been deeply in love with a man named James, but he had broken her heart by leaving her without any explanation. Susan had been devastated, and it seemed that she had never really recovered. As Emily read through the journal, she felt a connection to her mother that she had never felt before. She realized that her mother had loved deeply and passionately and that she had been hurt deeply as well. Emily felt a sense of empathy for her mother, and she wished that she could have known her. But as she read through the last few pages of the journal, Emily found something that she never expected. Her mother's last words in the journal were, "I wish I could forget you." Emily was stunned. It was as if her mother had been talking directly to her. She realized that her mother had never really moved on from James and that her love for him had consumed her until the end. As Emily sat in the old house, surrounded by memories of her mother, she realized that she had a choice to make. She could either let the past consume her, like it had her mother, or she could choose to move on and create her path in life. With tears in her eyes, Emily closed her mother's journal and made a promise to herself. She would honor her mother's memory by living a full and happy life, and by letting go of the past. She would not let herself be consumed by the same kind of love that had destroyed her mother. As Emily walked out of the old house, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. She knew that her mother would always be a part of her, but she also knew that it was time for her to create her own story. She looked up at the sky and whispered her own last words to her mother. "I will always remember you, but I will not let your pain consume me. Goodbye, Mom."